because you have seen that USA is actually not going through a good time. United States of America, Canada, these two countries are especially, and in fact United Kingdom also, these three countries are especially right now in a very big financial turmoil, and because of which international migrants, international job seekers are facing a tough time there. Okay, so especially I would not recommend for any student to opt for USA, Canada and United Kingdoms, because these three countries are really kind of tough countries at particular this moment. You can go to LinkedIn, you can check out a company. So say for example, you might be living in San Francisco Bay Area and there might be some 4 or 5 startups nearby you, and you might be thinking that I want to work in this startup. Okay, that might be your interest. So you can just write down the startup name. So say for example, here I have written Amazon. So I would start getting all the people who are working in Amazon in that area, San Francisco Bay Area. Then I'll start networking with them. I will connect with them. I'll have a conversation with them, and then I'll request them that can you refer me into that job role. And if someone of them agree for that, that's great, fantastic. They will refer me. I'll get a job. Namaskar, Adab, Shastrekal or Khushamadid. Very, very good evening to all of you people. This is your Master DJ Harsh Priyam, who is going to talk about that if you are planning to go abroad and study there, then how you can actually get jobs there, because going to an abroad country is not that tough. But the toughest part while going to an abroad country or to a new place, to a new college, new people, along with new people, the biggest trauma or the biggest fear of any person is the finance. That if you will go to that abroad country, and most of those abroad countries are expensive countries, far expensive than our own country. So there, for a student, a young person like a 16 years old guy or a girl, it's very tough that how will they be able to manage their finances, and that's the biggest nightmare. So in this video, I'm going to talk about that how you can actually manage your finances there, how you can how you can get into a job, and in fact, before going to that country, even you can check that how many jobs, which type of jobs are available there, and will you be able to work on that or not, and how much would be that earning potential in that country, so that you can very well take a decision that whether you should go to that country, whether you should go, whether you should apply for a education loan, and will you be able to repay that education loan or not. Okay. Now, before starting this video, I would request all of you that if you have yet not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel so that you can keep on getting these beautiful content and useful content for your own informational purpose. Okay, and so that you can even take calls based on this. So first of all, I'll start with this news report that most of the Indian students who take loans, like this Indian student took 40 lakh rupees loan for US degree, now cannot even pay rent after EMI. Banker explains how to. Indian man struggles with 40 lakh education loan after failing to secure a job in the US. We are on the edge. There has been multiple news of that students going to abroad countries are not able to repay back their loans. Why? Because they are not getting into a job. So, can a student pay off their loan while studying abroad without any income from their home country? Now, if this is deciphered, because see, if you are able to repay back your loan while you are studying, then you don't need to actually worry about that after your degree gets over, how will you be able to repay back, because you're already earning pretty well in the part time that you are able to repay back your entire education loan or your entire loan amount. Then after your education, it would be cakewalk for you to get a job. Okay, because you have been knowing this job market for so long, for at least 4 years that you will be spending in your degree. Now, the first option for this is part-time jobs. Undoubtedly, a part-time job is a very good option. And why am I saying this? So just see this chart. Now, earning potential for students in these type of countries, especially Germany, New Zealand, Australia and Singapore. I have not taken here USA because you have seen that USA is actually not going through a good time. United States of America, Canada, these two countries are especially, and in fact United Kingdom also, these three countries are especially right now in a very big financial turmoil. And because of which international migrants, international job seekers are facing a tough time there. Okay, so especially I would not recommend for any student to opt for USA, Canada and United Kingdoms, because these three countries are really kind of tough countries at particular this moment. Okay, now moving forward. So first is Germany. Here the rule says that you can work 20 hours per week. That means like 4 hours per day if you take a 5 hours week, or 6 hours per day, something of that sort. 3 hours per day if you take a 6 days working week. And part-time wages is this much. Your monthly wage would be 96,000 to 1.8 lakh rupees. This is converted into rupees. Okay. And cost of living there is around 14,000 to 56,000. It varies according to your luxury of living. Okay. Now this is Germany. Similarly, if you go to New Zealand, so New Zealand has monthly wage of around 90,000 to 1 lakh. Now you just, even if you take 90,000, and I'm assuming that you are a student, you will be living there very humbly. So 90,000, and you would be able to live there in a monthly expense of around 72,000. So you still have 18,000 remaining with you for your own pocket expense. Similarly, for Germany also, if you will be earning minimum 96,000 according to the minimum wages what Germany has given, but I am assuming that if you are a hustler, you would be able to get higher than this. But even if I assume 96,000, your cost of living is pretty low. See, 14,000 rupees, and you are earning 96,000 rupees. So roughly 80,000 rupees you will be able to save, which is pretty high and pretty awesome. Next is, if you go to Australia, there the minimum wages, according to that, you would be earning somewhere around 1.2 lakh rupees to 1.25 lakh rupees. And your cost of living, in the most humble sense, it would be around 72,000 rupees. So remaining 50,000, around 50,000 rupees you will be able to save per month, which is a good amount. Similarly, if you go for Singapore, the same kind of figure. So here minimum is 54,000, but still the cost of living is also 20,000. So you'll be able to save somewhere around 35,000, isn't it? Now moving forward, based on this, I have even made a savings chart that how much you would be able to save in these countries. The maximum saving is there in Germany and in Singapore. Singapore is a very neighboring country of India. It's an Asian country, and Germany is an European country. So you can go to either Germany or to Singapore because they have a good amount of part-time wages and their cost of living is not that high. Okay. Now, how to find a job? So first, I'm assuming that if you get this much amount, you are able to save. So let's assume that you will be able to save something between 16,000 to 1 lakh rupees. I'm assuming, let's take a middle figure, 50,000. 40,000 to 93,000. Let's take a middle figure somewhere around 70,000. So 70,000, 50,000. This means that in 1 year you would be able to save somewhere around here 8 lakh rupees, and here it will be 6 lakh rupees. So into 4, you would be able to save somewhere around 24 lakh rupees, and here into 4, you would be able to save somewhere around 32 lakh rupees. And you had seen in the last slide that what was the loan amount? That loan amount was somewhere around 40 lakh rupees. So in that 40 lakh, if you are able to pay more than half of your loan amount, isn't that super great? And you are still not employed completely. So banks would be very lenient with you, and they won't be having so much pressure on you that you have to repay it back right now, because even if you go with this pace, you would be able to repay it back very well, isn't it? And I am saying this everything based on the country's norms, that what is the monthly, so what is the minimum part-time maximum part-time working hours, and what is the minimum wages according to that country rule. Obviously no one works on the minimum wages. If you are an educated person, will you work for minimum wages in India? Because in India minimum wages is around 300 rupees per day, 400 rupees per day. Will you work on that wage? No one would work. If you're a educated, sensible man or a girl, you won't be doing that. So the same rule applies in those countries also. You won't be working on this wage. But I have taken the calculation on this wage. This actually means that you would be able to earn pretty high compared to what has been written here, isn't it? So I just wanted to give you a feeling that this is very much possible that you go to abroad countries and your finances are managed very well. It's just like it's just the matter of knowledge. If you have right knowledge, right information, right set of contacts, you would be able to make it boom. Got it? Now, so how to find a part-time job? Now, the next question comes that, sir, you have given so many part-time jobs and those jobs are looking very lucrative. How can we actually find them? Because not everyone would be having that part-time job. Not everyone would be so much rich going into that abroad country. Many people are broke also. So first option is university on-campus job. So most of the universities in abroad, they do have their website portal, and on this portal they will have a on-campus job opportunities listed on their website itself. Some universities do have this, some universities don't have this. So those universities which don't have this, so you need to find with some of the designated, like some of the authorities there in the college, but some of them do have. So you can actually find out on their website that they list the jobs that you can work on these particular areas in this campus only, and they are very much regulation friendly. So these universities do have flexible working hours, making it easier for the student to balance his studies and working together. Then this is visa friendly because they satisfy all the visa regulations. They don't let you work more than 20 hours if the allowing norms in that country is for 20 hours only. Then comparatively it is easier to get a job here because universities usually prefer hiring their own students, because they also know that these students are coming from abroad countries and they also need job. So they hire mostly their own students only to work in their campus. So these are the pointers which will make your getting a job in on university on campus very easy and very lucrative also. This is the first option and the best one. But obviously if it is the best one, then it is very less likely that you will get this job, because most of the people would be wanting this job and they would be having this also. Those people who are at the good ranks. Now, what is the second option? Second option is an internship. Now, what is this internship? So internship is basically that your field of study, wherever you are studying. So say for example, if you are studying data science, if you are studying artificial intelligence, then you can actually start interning at some of the good organization on those skills which you have learned. So if you have learned data science or artificial intelligence, you can start working on these skills in that country. And by doing that, you can get paid well. Now, internships are directly related to your studies, help you build a professional network, and may even lead to full-time opportunities after graduation, which happens mostly because if you are a good employee, if you are working very well, people would love to hire you. Okay. So this is the second option. Now, how would you be getting this? So there are a lot of websites. So there's a website, internship abroad. You can go onto this website. You can select your country where you are going. You choose a field. You can choose a field that in which field you are actually looking for an internship. You can choose a duration for how long you want this internship to be, and then go. This is goabroad.com/internship abroad. So you can find this internship on this website. You can search, and then these many options. Like I've just done a search on goabroad.com/intern abroad. So you will get multiple options. Wherever you feel that this is a right option, good option for you, you can actually find it. You can click on this and then you can apply for this internship. Fine. So this will make your entire work pretty easy. You don't need to run from pillar to post, and you will get a job. Cool. Now moving forward, third is online job portals and apps. So there are multiple job portals, applications available in every country. Like in India, we have Naukri.com. We have Internshala. We have multiple posts applications and websites like this. So in abroad also we have Indeed, which works in India also, Glassdoor, Students Job, Handshake. So on these websites you will find a lot of jobs listed, especially internship, especially curated for students. And based on those jobs, you can just check out the requirements in that job. And if it matches your profile, then you can apply to that job. Okay, so this is the third option with which you can get multiple jobs. Okay, now so Indeed's platform looks like this, that you can put the title or job title or keyword or whatever, or the company name, and then you can search in your city, in your locality. You can start searching, and then that will give you a lot of jobs. Okay, next is networking and referrals. So this works pretty fast, although it is a little tough. So now say for example, if you are studying in a university, in a college, and you have some very good relation with your professor, and now he or she will start referring you because you are in their good book. So they will start referring you. They will probably give you some leads that okay, this supermarket has got some job requirement. This XYZ friend of mine needs someone who can manage this or that stuff for him or her. So you can actually contact them and you can get paid for it. So referrals work pretty fast and they are pretty strong because they will give you good amount of money, and it's not hustling. Just the fact that you need to have that good relation with whomsoever person with whom you are working right now. That maybe your college, your nearby locality, your landlord, your homeowner, someone of that sort. Okay. Now moving forward, so you can even do one thing. You can go to LinkedIn. You can check out a company. So say for example, you might be living in San Francisco Bay Area, and there might be some 4 or 5 startups nearby you, and you might be thinking that I want to work in this startup. Okay, that might be your interest. So you can just write down the startup name. So say for example, here I have written Amazon. So I would start getting all the people who are working in Amazon in that area, San Francisco Bay Area. Then I'll start networking with them. I will connect with them. I'll have a conversation with them, and then I'll request them that can you refer me into that job role. And if someone of them agree for that, that's great, fantastic. They will refer me. I'll get a job. Cool. So this is again a method, although this is not that effective because here people don't know you generally. But here in this case, if you are getting referrals from someone who knows you very well, they will have a very strong impact. Okay. Although this also works pretty well for a lot of people. Okay. If you are able to build a good relationship with whomsoever you have been connecting on LinkedIn, then that also works pretty well. Fine. Then next is freelancing and remote work online. Now, if you don't want to work in that particular country or that particular region, then this option comes in. Although this option does not have a very strong payment option, because say for example, if you're staying in Germany and you are taking an online job or freelancing work from India, so India will pay you according to Indian according to Indian rates, but that might not be so enough for you in Germany. So here it is very important that if you are trying to get freelancing or remote work opportunities, you should find that in that particular country. Okay. Although this is very good because you don't need to go to any place. You just need to sit in your room with your laptop, and you need to do that job. That there could be multiple type of online and freelancing jobs like social media marketing, graphic designing, content writing, marketing, data entry jobs. So these all jobs can be done just by sitting at home, being on your laptop and working there. This is also a very lucrative option to actually start with, because this type of job you'll get very easily just by searching online. Okay. Now moving forward, and then there are multiple websites also available for this, like Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr, People Per Hour. So all these websites help you in getting this. Fine. Now the last option, this is a bonus option. So last option is Walkin Applications. Now Walkin Applications, what happens that wherever you are staying in that particular country, in that particular area, you can just simply walk into the nearby stores, nearby outlets, commercial places, and you can just simply drop in your resume saying that I need job, I'm looking for a job. If you have any one of them, do let me know. Or if you need it right now, I'm ready to be interviewed. So there are a lot of such opportunities, especially supermarkets, cafeterias, restaurants, pubs. They need they need bartenders. They need most of the time they need waiters. Like those type of profiles are mostly available in most of the places, because these are odd jobs which mostly the citizens of that country do not prefer doing it. So hence, at this level, you'll get the job very easily. So this could be the last option. If you don't get anything, this could be your last option, and most of the time it works out. So you can work in with an application, and you can just say that I want to get hired. If you have some job, do let me know. Fine. So this would be the last option, although an effective option. Okay. So that was all for this video. I hope you loved the video, and if you still have some doubt and you need some help in going abroad, then I would be very happy helping you along with my team. My team is there with an open hand, with an open heart to help each and every one of you. So if you need any help, there is a link in the description box. Just you need to click on that link, fill your details, and within 24 to 48 hours, you'll get a call from my team answering all your doubts, and whatever questions you have, you might ask them and they will be helping you. And apart from that, not only questions, if you need any other further help also in helping you in going abroad, they would be happy helping you. Okay. So you can fill out that form in the description box, and you'll get a call from our study partner Leverage Edu, and they will be happy helping you. Okay. So with this, it's time to say goodbye. See you all in the next session. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. Good night.